Alright, what's up YouTube? And today I'm here with, as you saw in the title, we caught Kuma in the act of shedding. And funny story about this. So for the past few weeks, Kuma hasn't been eating. And I tried to tell my mom he's in shed probably. That's most likely what's happening. But she's all worried about him, giving him mice. I'm like, just relax. Just relax. And sure enough, of course, by this, he's shedding, like I said. And she calls me. She's like, "Oh, he shed." I'm like, "He shed?" She's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Oh, cool." And I told you he was in shed. I called it. And then she's like, "He ate it." I'm like, "What?" She's like, "Yeah, he ate it. It's just hanging out of his mouth." I'm like, "What?" Like, "Are you sure he's not just starting to shed?" And then she was like, "Oh, yeah, she's shedding. He, he's shedding some more." I'm like, "Oh yeah, you should record that." Which is why it's currently horizontal instead of vertical. I mean, which is currently why it's vertical and not horizontal. I meant, but so I was like, "Yeah, you should record that." And of course, sure enough, I got to see Kuma shedding. Now, something's going to happen in a second, and I must say, it was pretty nice, and it's also where I got the thumbnail from. And I thought it was so interesting the way he shed. Like, I've seen snakes shed before, like not actually in person. I've never seen them shed in person, or I've never seen one of my own snakes shed either. Now lizards, that's a different story. I've helped lizards shed. Lizard shed is interesting. It's weird. What are you doing over there? Being crazy, of course. Yeah, so I just always like that's not what I'm trying to say, but you know what? I'm gonna just shut up and let y'all watch until I feel like talking again. Oh, look at that. It switched to horizontal. She did that mid-recording, and because I asked her, I was like, "Are you filming vertically or horizontally?" She was like, "Oh, I switched to horizontal." And she did that like mid-recording. "Oh, you saw the yawn?" I saw the yawn. That's pretty nice, right? Like, yawn while shedding. I mean, could you really ask for more? Well, you could, but I'm not going to. And he's almost finished. He's going to be soon. And just look at his colors now. They're just so beautiful. Like right after that shed. Like even though he's just a normal ball python, like I still like it. And it's just so good looking, you know? And those colors, like I said, especially pop after shed. Yeah, and if you're wondering about that, and if you've been wondering about that little bit of poop that's in there, she cleaned that out afterwards, after he was done shedding. She didn't want to bother him while he was shedding, even though I told her it was alright. It's not like she would have messed anything up, because you could have just helped him peel that off, if anything. And it's a nice, perfect shed too, which makes it all the better. Honestly, right here, he kind of looks like a tree python or a tree boa. Right here with this shot. Isn't he so adorable though? I love Kuma. He's so nice. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, but or did I forget to mention? Well, anyways, I have a video on the way. I just need one thing to arrive. And here we have the final product of his shed. And it's crazy how much that shed stretches out. Well, I gotta go, so bye bye. Like and subscribe, and goodbye.